Hello everyone and welcome to my CBS GH spoiler channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital GH recap for Friday, March 13th revealed that some new clues surfaced in connection with Delilah Wilson, Lily Cardone. Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, was also horrified over Jordan Ashford's bun in the oven, so here's how Friday's GH action went down. At the PCPD, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Sampragna, found out that someone matching Delilah's description was seen exiting a train in Manhattan. Since the woman left her luggage behind, the suitcases were being brought over to be searched through. Although Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, wanted to help, Dante insisted he couldn't do detective work now that he'd been demoted. At Maxie Jones' place, Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, argued with her until Nathan West, Ryan Pavey, pushed them to stop fighting over him since their friendship was the most important thing. After Nathan took off, Maxie would up admitting how hurtful it was that Lulu didn't tell her about her feelings for Nathan right away. Lulu acted like things were overwhelming enough for Maxie and pointed out she would have walked away from Nathan if Maxie had chosen him. Lulu confessed that selfishly she was glad Maxie had picked Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson. Maxie felt like she was losing both Nathan and Lulu, but Lulu took her hand and insisted Maxie was her person. Once Nathan joined Dante at the police station, they moved past the Lulu drama and focused on the case. Dante and Nathan searched through the two suitcases, so that led to them finding info related to art galleries and the name Delilah Wilson. Lulu eventually met back up with Nathan to let him know how things went with Maxie and asked him to come over for dinner. At GH, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, wasn't allowed to hold baby Jane Doe since only certain staff members could do that. However, Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, suggested Brooke Lynn could sit with the baby, who was now off a ventilator and doing better. Brooke Lynn spoke sweetly to Delilah's daughter before Chase showed up with news on the suitcases that had been found. Chase also took a turn with the baby in the NICU and sang her a lullaby. Although Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, thought Nathan and Lulu's romance was unfair to Maxie and Dante, Elizabeth advised her not to meddle. Dante found Liz later and brought her up to speed on the cops' latest info, so now they were looking for the family of Delilah Wilson. At Charlie's pub, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, found Giovanni Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, playing the guitar. Sonny was encouraged over Gio's interest in music, but he suggested Gio either needed to follow that passion or find a new one. Gio was urged to either get a job or go back to college, so Sonny thought Gio should take a class at PCU this summer to try and figure out what he wanted. As for Gio's music, Sonny knew it mattered to him since he was just performing for an audience of one, so he advised him to stick with it. At Jordan's place, Stella Henry, Fernay Watson-Jensen, arrived with a late housewarming present and learned Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, was living with Jordan after giving the house to Portia. Stella was a bit troubled over Curtis moving too fast and eventually went digging through Jordan's purse for a pen, which led her to finding the pregnancy test. Next, Jordan joined ADA Justine Turner at the nail salon, where Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, brought Portia for some pampering on her break. Trina eventually took off due to an issue with a paper for a class, which left Portia alone to watch Jordan race to the bathroom. Later, Portia approached Jordan and suggested she looked as green around the gills as Portia had looked that day at the Quartermain tea party. After Portia somewhat jokingly suggested that Jordan might be pregnant too, Jordan turned away looking guilty. Portia had a "you've got to be kidding me" response as she realized Jordan really was pregnant. General Hospital spoilers say Jordan and Portia have a fierce face-off on the way, so stay tuned. General Hospital, Friday, March 13th, recap. Delilah Wilson's suitcases discovered, and what was inside will leave you speechless. Port Charles has never seen a Friday quite like this. Just when fans thought they had General Hospital figured out, the writers dropped a bombshell so massive it practically shattered television screens across America. Delilah Wilson's mysterious suitcases have finally been found, and honey, the contents are about to flip this entire town upside down. The episode opened with a deceptively calm morning at the Metro Court. The sun was barely up when a maintenance worker stumbled upon two oversized vintage leather suitcases tucked behind a row of storage lockers in the hotel's basement. No tags, no labels, just a faint monogram stitched in gold thread, D.W. Nobody needed 3 guesses to figure out whose those initials belonged to. Word spread through the hospital faster than a code blue alert. Within minutes, Detective Bennett was on the scene, yellow tape already snapping in the recycled air. The Metro Court lobby buzzed with whispers. Guests pretended to check their phones while craning their necks. Staff exchanged loaded glances over the front desk. Everyone in Port Charles knew that Delilah Wilson didn't go anywhere with those suitcases, which made their sudden abandoned appearance all the more terrifying. Where was Delilah? Back at General Hospital, Dr. Monica Quartermain looked visibly shaken when the news reached her office. She gripped her coffee mug so tightly her knuckles went white. Those closest to her noticed she didn't say a single word. She simply stared out the window toward the harbor as if she already knew something the rest of Port Charles didn't. Meanwhile, Carly was doing what Carly does best, inserting herself directly into the middle of the chaos. Her source at the PCPD confirmed that when detectives finally cracked open the first suitcase, they didn't find clothes, they didn't find jewelry. What they found was a meticulously organized collection of documents, photographs, financial records, and handwritten letters, all pointing to one of Port Charles's most powerful and untouchable families. Names were redacted in the police report, but insiders are already whispering the Cassadine name in hushed, frightened tones. The second suitcase, sources say, contained something even more explosive, a burner phone with a single unsent text message drafted and saved, addressed to someone identified only as the one who knows. The identity of that contact? Still unknown, but the message itself? Reportedly just 4 chilling words. They found out everything. By episode's end, Delilah's whereabouts remained completely unaccounted for. Her apartment, empty. Her car, still in the parking garage. Her phone, going straight to voicemail. Port Charles is holding its breath. General Hospital has been building to this moment for months, and Friday's episode made one thing crystal clear. Delilah Wilson didn't just leave town. She either ran for her life or someone made sure she couldn't run at all. Monday cannot come fast enough.